off the bench with RASI Sport.
Hello and welcome back to episode 22 of the Off the Bench podcast. I'm your host, Ron Brown. Also here with my co-host, Coach Ron Brown. And Keem, how you guys doing today?
What's up?
How you doing?
All right. All right. So today's episode is all about the journey behind the scenes, the parents, the early mornings, the late nights, the sacrifices, and the belief it takes to help a young athlete reach their goals. We're sitting down with Oliver Lloyd, the father of Alex Lloyd, who is currently competing at University of Florida. This conversation isn't just about basketball. It's about commitment, parenting, and what it really takes to help guide a child through the process of becoming a high-level athlete. How are you doing, Mr. Lloyd?
I'm great, thank you.
Okay.
All right. There you go. Good to meet you. Good to be on the show, brother. Good to be on the show.
Here.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yes, sir.
All right. So we're going to start here with our first segment here on background and love of sports. All right, Mr. Lloyd. So take us back to your early days. What was your experience with sports growing up for you?
Come again, you broke up a little bit.
Oh, I was saying, take us back to your early days. What was your experience with growing up? What was your experience with sports growing up?
I didn't have the experience that Alex is having, but I play rec ball, I play pickup, I play a little bit. But me coming up, my father was kind of like a different, coming from the island, so he didn't really let me go in full like I wanted to. All the coaches come, hey, your son got something, you need to play, but my dad wasn't having it, so so that's why I back Alex the way I do, because from my experience and knowing that he's gifted and he can go far.
Okay.
You say you're from the islands. Where you from exactly?
Jamaica.
Oh, Jamaica. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. His wife is from Jamaica. Go ahead, Ronald.
Yeah, how you doing?
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I already know who runs the house. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So you said that you didn't have the experience that Alex had, but you think that the experience that you do, that you got, playing in the rec leagues and stuff like that, is that something that helped you guide and know what to do and not to do with Alex to get to, to help him out? I mean, what do you say? How does
Yeah,
that
most definitely. Most definitely. As far as like like you have to be, be in it and knowing what you want, and just be coachable, be humble, and all the little things that it takes, and you got to work on your craft every day, stuff like that. So,
right? Okay, yeah, yes, sir.
sorry about that.
No, you good, brother. You good.
All right. So okay. So and I'm trying to figure.
Oh yeah, you messed up, son. Where you at? When was the first time you introduced sports to Alex?
It was a little early, like probably say age 8, 9. Like say third grade, right? Third grade is when he really started playing, and put him out there. So like say for instance, I started on third grade. Like the beginning of that year, he started playing for a team out of Broward, Beast Mode.
Okay.
And he was like bigger than the kids because he grew fast earlier, right? So he was like the man on Beast Mode. So we played against CBF, which is the team that we played all the way through high school with, right? And we was like beating them, and then the coaches from Beach Mode put their kids in, and then at the end of the day, they end up beating us. And Alex looking like, why y'all crying? Like, I was pulled out of the game when I was winning the game, and long story short, Alex said, hey, I need to be on that team, knowing that just found out that team was here from South Florida, right?
Okay.
Not in Broward, so it was kind of closer. So they came at us. So we joined them in fourth grade. Well, actually, end of third grade. So we still say third grade to fourth grade, and it's been history since. And the team I'm talking about is the Boozers, right?
Yeah.
They had it set up. CC and Benny had a team set up, and I was like, I want to play for them. I like the competition. They serious. They're about business as far as getting the kids better. So ever since then, they've been family, and we've been riding with them. And I know y'all know the outcome,
Right.
because
Oh yeah. But
and
go ahead. No, the question I had was that the team that was called Miami City Ballers at one point?
No.
No, that's a
CC set up a
different
team. Nah, that's a different team. CC set up our own thing. Was CBF, and then we rode with CBF through the junior year. So when we got to high school, we went with Knight Rider.
Night Riders. Okay.
Yeah, so it was the same. It was the same exact team, same core, same everything. Ever since fourth grade.
Okay. So at what point did you start noticing that he had something special? Like he was really good.
I would say we did a John Lucas. That's when they started talking about Alex. Like that was fifth grade, like when they really started, he was always in the conversation about, damn, this kid is, that's when they ranked him. Then we went to a game in sixth grade. It was Boo Williams. And Boo Williams had the top team. And, Alex went in there and just dominated. So, when he got player of the year and whatnot, he like, Dad, I could really do this because everybody that they've been talking about, all the kids before, like when he go to camps, like he go to camps and he just like overplay him, and you know what I mean. So he like, I could do this. So I'm like, okay, you want to do this? I got your back, 100%. Let's do it. But you have to want this. You have to love this, and that's what he did. I never had to say, hey, get up, you gotta go to practice. I never had to say, well, you got 2 practices. He always like, Dad, let's go. He pushed me like, let's go.
Right. Okay.
So I know he loved it from day one.
Okay.
So what was this kind of like you guys' regimen? I mean, like I know like our regimen, we got up early in the morning and stuff like that. Like what was kind of like your regimen and for Alex?
Well, basically, like at home, his homework, like part of his chore was make certain amount. I can't remember, make certain amount of free throws. Right, that was your thing. Free throws is big for me, so it's like, like you have to make your free throws. So basically, every day, constantly, I'm giving them if it's raining, you got to make some free throws. So that was his main. And as far as like everyday work, like when we work with this, you mean like when we work as a team?
Well, I mean, just him individually to get to his team. You want to be ready. You know what I mean? So like, yeah.
So he had to make, every day in the backyard, he have to make a certain. Now I'm not talking about. He just had to make a certain amount of. It went up as far as older he got. He had to make a certain amount of free throws and make a certain amount of shots, and he did it. You know what I mean? Because he worked out. And funny story, like when he was in sixth grade, I got him those old school strength shoes. You know the one with the fat front.
Oh yeah, the big old front. Yeah.
Because I had them when I was young, so I ordered them, and he went through like 3 pairs. So that's why he was dunking in the game at 7th grade. You know what I mean? So so he's very, very athletic, and like I said, man, not just because it's Alex, my son. His work ethic is I couldn't help but, and we like put our life, because what we do is we own gas stations, so that kind of give us the flexibility to take him to all the camps and take him to all the training and stuff like that with me and his mom. So thank God that we was able to, he blessed us to be able to hang in there and give him what he needs to get to the next level.
Oh yeah, that's a blessing, man. I mean, a lot of people don't understand that you have to get him into those certain camps, and he has to stay to his regimen, like what you sound like he said he did. And I mean, yeah, being able to do that, it definitely helps. It helps the kid, mentally, and then not only that, it just get them to see different kinds of people in those camps.
Right, because every camp is different. The competition is different. The way it's set up is different. And that gave them that confidence level, right? To see that, damn, this the kid that they've been talking about, and he can't even guard me. You understand me? So it's like, okay. But, I don't got to even talk about how expensive it is, but we took him to, I don't think he went to every camp. Pancos, made who,
that, yeah.
He went to all of them. You know what I mean? He went to all of them. Iverson, Jordan, he went to them all.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. Oh yeah.
So for me, I know as a parent, like like when you be pushing your kids extra hard, and sometimes they be like getting annoyed and don't want to start doing all the stuff that the parent want them to do. So how did you balance pushing them and letting them fall in love with the game at the same time?
Well, the thing about with Alex, I was blessed to where I didn't have to push him. Being honest, I didn't have to push him. He wanted it, and he still do. It's like he wanted it, so it's like he never complained about anything. If he had to practice 3 times a day, he's willing to do so. Like I never had to push him or pep talk him and say, well, you need to do this, you need to do that. And that's a gift. Like I never had to do that. I can't even explain like how would a parent like try to guide and try to amp a kid up to want something that they, that's something that he always wanted. And he was around, and he was, what's important? Have him around kids that have that same mentality.
Yes, that is always the best.
Right? So he was around kids that had that mentality, and he never really had a holiday at home, like especially when travel started. So he understood that the sacrifice he had to make, right? So all birthdays is on the road, all holidays on the road, so his friends was in the basketball, so he didn't have to worry about friends. Oh, we going to a party, we going to a movie. It's too bad you can't come. You know what I mean? He didn't have that. He didn't have that around him. Everything that he's doing with his kids. They vacate together. They on vacation together. When they had before high school, they used to go in trips and stuff like that. So there was always a unit, if
Right.
that makes sense. Yeah. So he didn't have that. Like that's all he knows, and and he knew from young that you're gonna have to make some sacrifices. If you want to be an athlete, you got to make sacrifices.
You do, you do.
Definitely.
So tell us a little bit. Tell us a little bit about like, because so basically, because I know he went to Westminster. So like
Mhm.
all those kids, they grew up pretty much together going to Westminster, or how
No,
does
no, no,
that work?
no. Oh, so what happened was because they grew up together playing travel ball together. I felt that okay, in high school they should have their own identity.
Ah,
So what
okay.
happened? What happened was okay. All of us had our school of choice. We could have went to high school together, but I just want Alex to have his own identity. So we went like 45 minutes north of where I live, right? So it was a 45-minute drive, depends on traffic, every day for 4 years, right? So it's like that, and he could have went to Miami Country Day, like he could ride bicycle to school, and he chose not to. We went to 7 schools, and he found a fit that he feel like okay, I like the school. You know what I
Right.
mean? So that's where we went. Okay, well, we got to get up 2 hours earlier, and we got to get there. He like that. I know. All right, let's go.
Okay, so we're gonna get here to development in the high school journey. How important was coaching and mentoring during his middle and high school years? The coaches.
It's very important that and the thing when he sat down with the high school coach is the same thing as junior high. Like when he sat down, he feel the coaches out because coach is a big part of his life, and all of them from the trainers to all the coaches from AAU to junior high to high school, he still have a great bond with them, right? Because it's important. So he can always call them for anything, any advice and stuff like that. So they're a big part of it. Because
Yeah.
like his high school coach gave him all the confidence in the world. I don't know how much y'all know about his high school, like what he put up, what he done. It's like his
Ah, we,
shooting.
we
It just it's a different. But when a coach like believe in you and give you that green light, hey, go hoop. Do what you do. We're not holding you back, and that was the outcome.
so let me ask you this. Like so like Keem here, he has three young dudes, right? What would you tell him? What kind of advice would you give him when he actually gets his kids to that point to looking for a high school? What are some of the things that you make sure as a parent that Lloyd might have, I say Lloyd, but Alex might have not had, seen that he needs to make sure that this coach is right for him. You know what I mean? Like from your aspect, from a parent.
But well, it came from knowing the comp. Like it came from okay, we looking for a coach like it's gonna coach him, like a coach that really coaches that instead of just he just look at you and just like tell me what I'm doing wrong. Like when you
Right.
talk to a coach, like I want a coach to be like a second dad, if I might say. Like say for instance, because I already know like Alex, like coming up before high school, before we even got to high school, like he was playing up, always played up all his life, right? So
Right.
he know he's gonna go there, he's gonna compete, right? Because like say for instance, so a coach can't really not saying I could have went anywhere and Alex would have been okay, because that's why he was on the varsity team when he went to Westminster. You know what I mean? Like so he
Got
never
you.
played junior varsity, he always played varsity. So I'm not sure like am I answering the question right or
Oh, I mean that's cool. I mean, because
Oh,
again, like you said, you have to say again, Ron. Oh,
no, I
I'm
said he's
sorry. I
answering the
think you
question
said
good.
not wrong.
no.
Like,
That yeah,
do you
yeah.
want,
Nah,
Yeah.
like, do you want to know, like deeper, like, what do I see? Okay, I know you said, what do I see in a coach? Like, I
yeah.
mean,
I mean,
you can't really tell. You like everybody gonna talk good, right? But you really
right.
can't. You just gotta believe in your kid and just say, like, okay, if somebody in front of you, you're gonna go and do your best to, to be on the team or like, you know what I mean? Like, say for instance, like, you just gotta be coachable. That's what I
You got to
always
be
tell them. Like,
coachable.
yeah, you just gotta, you have respect. Like, be humble. Yes, sir. You just gotta have that, and you will see that you get more out of a coach just by being humble, just by being coachable. in my belief.
Nah, I think that's great advice right there, brother. Humble,
In
humble and
my
hungry.
belief.
That's how you got to be. Humble and hungry. That's
Yeah,
it.
because I always told him like, yeah, you can't think that you know like you the shit. Like, no, you can't do that. You know what I mean?
Nah,
You got to be coachable and you got to be and help the rest of the team to bring them up
exactly.
also,
Bring them
right?
up.
So
Exactly.
I always like my thing is like when I used to drop him off to school before he started driving, you know, hey, like make somebody day. You know what I mean? Like tell somebody, you know what I'm saying? Just uplift somebody because everybody looking up to you. Like just be that guy that say, man, damn, you got a nice haircut, or I like your shoes, or just be a friend. Just uplift somebody. Just do something every day.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah. Nah, that's
it was
good, man.
All right. So what challenges did he face along the way that you had to like help navigate him through?
see Alex is different.
Because
He said Alex is
sounds like he
different.
just was
Yeah,
good
it's
at
like
everything. You didn't have
this
to do
dude made
nothing.
my job. And I'm honestly, man, he made my job so easy.
Right.
He made my job so easy, and I tell that to anybody and anybody that been around is like he made my job so easy. So the challenges is what his challenge is, but was it a challenge, or he just know he had to do that to get better? He always just like when we joined CBF, right, with the Boozers, he know it, okay, it's gonna be a challenge, right, because that team is built. They have their structure. So for you to be a part of this team, you know what you got to do. You got to go to work, right?
Right.
It's the same thing as that mentality going to high school. They already have their team, right? You want to be a junior varsity starting off as a freshman, or you want to be on the varsity team, right? So it's no day off. Like you have to, you know what you got to do. You got to go to work. So I always
Right.
had that, and even going to college, you know, like that's why you know I didn't like he that was his dream, Florida, right? So it's whatever. So whatever school you want to choose, okay, that's why we committed early. Like, okay, this is where you want to go, this is where you're gonna go. And that's before they won the natty, right? So it don't matter. You know the competition gonna be there. So it don't matter, you know, it's just like finding a girl. If you find the right one, why are you going still searching? So it's like you know what you gotta do. If you
You know
want to
what
be
you
a
got to
part of
do.
this, you know what you gotta do. Because you know you're gonna be uncomfortable, but I always put him in these situations where figure it out, work hard, and everything else will just play itself out.
Play yourself out. Exactly. That's why I tell people all the time. I mean, life is about facing a lot of different adversity. I say that a
Yep.
lot on this kind, on this podcast here. I live on that. I mean,
Yeah.
things. Because my thing is, if you can get through this, if you can get through this, any of this, or facing any kind of adversity that's going to be trying to knock
In
you down
life,
in life,
not just basketball.
right? Exactly. You're going to
Because
be successful if
I'm
you
a
get through it.
businessman. Like I'm a businessman. Like I'm looking at like the poor and stuff like that. Yes, a lot of people, coaches leave situation to situation, right? But if I was to say, if I was to get in business and just jump ship after it's not working in the first year, I won't be shit, right? So I have to
Right.
stick with it and just make it work, right? And try to make it work. You know what I mean? I actually have to go bottoms up to like, okay, damn, it ain't working. But
Right.
I'm gonna give it a chance. I'm gonna give it a chance to grow. I'm gonna,
Exactly.
you know, so that's what we always been on. I mean, and it been like that ever since Alex been come. Oh, why you got him playing with the Knight Rider? You know, he could go anywhere else and why? What is he learning? Right. And then we started from young, you know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, they got bigger and stuff. It don't matter. You know, you're still skillful. So
Exactly.
work on what you believe in and just keep on working. And I think it gets him better.
I believe so too.
Not just basketball, but like
But life, exactly. And I think a lot of parents, they miss that importance of it. It's that so we have my son and I, we also have another, organization called More Than Basketball. And that's the reason why I named it More Than Basketball, because basketball is just that tool to help us
right,
reach different things and meet different people. But
right,
life is so much more than that ball.
right,
Use it as a tool to get what you want. You know what I mean? Like,
right,
so
right.
yeah. Don't get stuck. And parents don't understand that. A lot of parents don't understand that. So I was glad to hear other brothers out there saying that to their kids.
So that's the way I look at it. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
and
Nah,
he
that's good.
gets it. That's why he make decisions and he make right decisions. But he knows that it's nothing given. Like you coming
Nah,
out the mud. You know, I didn't play NBA, right? So you're gonna be, you're not gonna be looked at as, you know what I mean? You gotta get out the mud. So he
yeah,
have
that's
that
it.
mentality, like you gotta work, period. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? So
Nah,
Yeah.
he
trust
been
me,
working
we
so
in the
far.
same boat. We in the same boat, brother.
Yeah. Yeah.
For sure.
So what that moment was like for you when you saw that he made that commitment to Florida?
Like I said, like even from high school. Like I always backed him up, whatever decision he wants, because he know why he do it, right? And plus, I had family members that went to Florida, right? So ever since he was little, I could show you, like, if CBF was a Florida team. They had Florida on their jersey, right? So coming up, just wearing that and seeing that, and knowing he got family members went there, that's just something he just want to put on. That's why he didn't really like Miami, where he's from. Like Miami, just like a box. I want to support. I want to put Florida on my shoulders, if that makes sense. He wanted to just be a part of just putting on for Florida,
Right.
not just Miami, if that
Yeah,
makes
but
sense.
I was saying, what was that moment like for you, knowing that my son is gonna be going to college for basketball and it's gonna be like the real deal now?
Man, it's still surreal. But it's like I always like he's my hero from day one. I always told him that you my best basketball player, you my hero, whatnot. So it's like wherever you go in life, bro, I'm your biggest support. Yeah, and your biggest critic, right? So so it's been amazing. And I know, it started off rocky, but I want him to experience this. Like, because he's been the dude ever since he was in junior high, right? So to come to Florida and don't even see the court, what I mean, that's something else within itself. So you got to be tough mentally, right? And you got to know and still believe in yourself and just keep that confidence when your time comes.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Definitely right. So, what was some of the biggest adjustments Alex had to go through going from high school to college, like college basketball? It's a little bit different.
The adjustment was weight, mass, right? That's his biggest. That's his biggest thing. Everything else he been prepared to get there, right? But the biggest thing was just the physicality of college basketball, right? Meaning, just to put on that weight and just to have that muscle and that mass, so a coach could believe in you. And I think that's the only challenge he had, because he been playing against older kids, right? Ever since he been going up, so he been preparing himself for that. But then when it comes to how the SEC play now and how coaches want you to play, you can't get beat off a screen, and you have to set the screen, and you got to get certain amount of rebounds and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like,
It's a lot more physical.
but because he more physical, right? Because he thought that he was like ready, right? Because he go to Miami Pro and he the highest scorer in Miami Pro, put up 250-point games against pros, right? But it's not the same, right? The way they play is different than what I mean.
It's definitely a lot different.
Right. So that part right there, just putting on the mask and just understanding the system, because he knows that Florida played his kind of basketball. So it just to put on that weight, and just I think that's his biggest challenge, because he just can't put that weight on. You know what I mean? Like he tried to think all kind of everything, he nutritionists and everything try to get him right, but it'll get there.
Look like his body has changed up though. I
It
done seen him
have
yesterday.
it have changed, but it's taking him a little time.
Take a little bit of time. Yeah, he be all right.
I mean, he might look light, but he's heavy. He's strong as shit, But that's his biggest challenge right there. And if I would have knew that, I would have been more. I say that was my fault. I would have been more on it than I thought, because I just. It's his skill. I thought would have been able, but nah. That mass is very important in SEC.
Yeah, that was one of the things.
I seen Isaiah. I think it was Wally, his last senior year. Right. And man, he went up there, and I seen him when I went up there to visit. I'm like, God damn! Like that boy put on some muscle so quick. I'm like, boy, if Alex could put that muscle on, boy, y'all could make Alex look like that. Then he's gonna be ready. You know what I mean? But yeah.
Oh yeah. Now he's definitely gonna be ready soon, sooner than later. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, he's working.
I believe so. Oh yeah.
All right. So after his first year of college, what stood out the most for you about his growth on and off the court?
Just that mentality, man. Just that toughness to see. Just to sit, being on the bench and seeing the guys that you've been competing against all these years getting their opportunity, and you got to just play your role, and just just seeing that you could make shit happen. Like you've been playing against these guys and being better than these guys, and just have to be humble and just know your time is coming, and just that mindset, that mentality, just stay humble. That I know that he don't tell me that, but I just know that was tough on him to see his former teammates, to see the former kids that they don't beat every year in Nike Nike tournaments.
Right.
and
The
to,
EYBL.
and yeah, right, and to see them doing their thing, and your opportunity's not here yet. When and I know he thought that he would have got, but it is what it is. And the thing about it is to see him like do it, and another thing that got him like right off rip, nigga, let's run it back because I got something to prove.
I have something to prove. Yeah, I like that.
That's
I
his
like that.
mentality,
Yes.
right?
I,
So
I
I,
love it.
at the beginning I was worried, but when he talking and when he like showed me like, man, that shit is not that don't define me. So
Right.
let's run it back. And I'm like, boy, he's so mature right now. Like I damn near cried when he told me that. You know what I mean? Like I'm so proud of you right now. I am
Yeah.
so proud of you right now. You know what I mean? Like yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh
And
yeah,
everybody,
that's
you got everybody on your shoulder, man. Get him out of there. Do this, do that, do that. Nah, it's about Alex. I believe in Alex. So if he feel like he want to be able to get through that, like let him get through that shit. Cause Alex got to be Alex for the rest from this point on, right?
right.
So it's like let him deal with it. I'm always for putting him out in the line there and let him figure that shit out.
Oh man, I
That just
do.
that just get him better.
No, it does. And again, I'm gonna go back to my last episode, but like that portal, listen, I don't believe in the portal. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. I think it's good for some kids,
Yeah,
but what are we teaching the kids if things are tough?
you run.
I run. You know what I
You
mean?
don't. But
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Going back to what I said about the business, how I take everything as a business aspect is you have to give something a chance, right? You
Yeah.
just can't because if you run from everything, what kind of life you gonna live?
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah,
So
nah, I'm not in the business of moving like that. I mean, the only reason why I even moved my other son from the other school, just, so like that, but it's just, the situation just really wasn't in his favor. You know what I mean? He kept
yeah,
getting injured and they didn't have the resources, you know what I mean? So
but
I
that
had to get him
happens.
out. And it
That
does. Exactly. So, I mean, in certain situations, I understand you have to do what you got to do. But just because you didn't get the playtime that you thought you should get, it's not a
that
reason to
for
jump
you
ship,
to
especially
right.
at especially as a young kid. Because
Yeah,
I'm an old school guy. You know what I mean? I'm an old school guy. And I believe in that system as it's like, yo, as a freshman, some freshmen get they get the opportunity to get out there sooner than others, right?
mm,
But some just have to just wait their time. You know what I
right,
mean? And as the years go on, you get more minutes and you get more
right.
time. And by that time, the 4 years go, or even three, if you're that good, you know what I mean? You show the world what you got. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because trust me, sitting in the stands, I see what your son had within a few minutes that he's gotten. You know what I mean? But okay, then I also seen him in high school too, so that's not fair. But you know when the kids that have something. You see what I'm
right.
saying? And for you to leave premature, yeah, you probably go somewhere else to get playtime. But yo, you're going against some dudes that actually have a chance to make it to the league.
Right.
Iron sharpens iron. You know what I mean? So I'd rather stay there and knock, and we're gonna go at it at practice, and then we're gonna walk together as one unit. That's only gonna make them better.
Yeah,
So yeah, just to hear that 3,000 people in the portal is crazy.
yeah.
That's just my
And it's sad they make it. It's, like you said, you never know someone this situation.
and I
I
get
don't
it.
knock it. I don't knock it, but yeah, it just I just have a different kind of way of dealing with struggles in life, right? So it's not so it's like I don't knock it. Parents, you never know what their situation is, or you never know a coach might have left, or because I know a couple
Yeah,
that's in there because the coaches leave and they probably didn't see eye to eye,
Mm.
and it's a lot of different things. But some of them just going in there just to go in there, right? And
right.
then they gonna end up not getting what they want to get, right? And it's a mess, right? They're gonna have to straighten it. But like I said,
Yeah,
like Alex have a vision. He know where he's trying to be. He knows that he's bigger than college player. His dream is to
right,
go to the league, right? So he's not running from any. Like he knows what he needs to do to get where he want to get. So that
right.
confidence, you got to build that confidence, and you got to build that mindset. You know what I mean? Yeah,
Facts.
because like I don't want to hear that crying crap. You know what I mean? I don't want to hear you.
Nah,
Don't come to me. Like you got to let them kids know, like man, you got to man up. Like if you don't like your situation, fix it.
fix it. That's right.
And that don't mean jumping in a portal, right? That don't mean, it means just go to work.
Go to work. That's it. Oh yeah, I agree with you on that. I definitely agree with you on that. That's definitely something we aligned on. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So
So
looking back,
once
is
you have
there
that
any?
inner, go ahead,
Oh,
go
go
ahead.
ahead. Continue. No, continue. Go ahead.
Nah, just as long as you have that inner confidence, you know what kind of basketball player you are, what kind of player you are, what kind of person you are, you get along with everybody, everything will work itself out. It's like most of those guys, like they got some kind of hidden agenda. They might, just something where, okay, I got to keep it moving, because they might figure something out, or I don't know what it is, but it's not Alex. So
Yeah.
I just,
Mm.
just whatever.
Yeah, I know to be honest, I feel you on that. That's not even our, I guess I talk about it a lot because it's just one of the things that, that's out there, and, and I'm just trying to make people aware of what's going on. But again, like you said, my situation, your situation is not that, and that's one of the reasons why we sitting there making sure our kids fight through that adversity and get what they got to get. You know what I mean? To get to
Yeah,
where they got to go.
yep,
So and you're right. You're 100% right. Everybody's walk of life and their situation is different. So sometimes the portal is exactly what they need to get into. But
right.
if you can get down and fight through it, that's what I suggest. You know what I mean?
Yep.
If you
But that's just teaching them life away from basketball too. So
exactly.
that's a,
Hmm. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Right. What advice would you give a parent who are have some young athletes that are chasing like similar dreams? Do you have anything you may want to tell like a parent?
yes, like some parents, they get caught up. They get caught up in everybody around them saying, "Hey, your kid is better than this. He need to be here and there." And no one could tell me about my kid, but I know my kid better than anybody else, right? So it's like talk to your kid, explain to him how it works,
Mm.
like right, and just let him believe in himself. Like have the confidence. Confidence is a big thing. I always keep on saying confidence. Confidence is a big thing, and just let him run his own race, right?
Right.
Don't try to jump to this better school here or this better thing here. Just because your kid's on the team, but let him run his own race. Some kids develop slower than some. Some kids is more skillful than some. But
Mm.
in that, your kid have something that he can bring to the table that's better than all of them. So
Right.
find your thing and be the best at it. If that making sense.
Mm.
Yeah, that make a whole lot of sense. I agree. I agree. Run your own race.
Run your own race.
Mm.
Yep, run your own race.
You
I
can't
mean,
follow
so
this.
as a parent, right? Like, I know a lot of people know who I am because of my kids, right? So I'm assuming a lot of people know who you are because of Alex.
Right?
Like, just how many people do you keep in your circle around him? I mean, do you keep a like what kind of people do you keep around him? Like, I know that's a weird question to ask, but it's just kind of like your
Ron
circle.
Alex or just Ron our
Well,
family
you
period.
around you because you get people that want to be your friend because they think that
Right.
if Alex is around their kid or something like that, it can rub off on them. It's like,
Okay, Ron, I know I don't want to put that out there in
oh
you
yeah,
know
I
in
got you, my
podcast.
brother. But I'm
But
just
look,
saying, like,
what I'm saying is I keep my circle real small,
yes,
right? Because I grew up around a lot of bull, right? So but I learned that, like you saying, like because of Alex, everybody want to come around, they want free ticket, they want this, they want that. Nah, I keep my circle real small, man. And it just works out better that way.
yeah, it does, it does. And that's something that like some parents need to understand to teach their kids too. You just can't be around everybody because not everybody
Yeah,
want to see your
yeah.
success.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Okay. I'm not trying to put you out there, brother.
Yeah.
Trust me. But it's just one of those things that, like, yo, I just people just know me, and I'm like, I have no clue who you are, but we good.
Right. Oh, you get that? I'm always smiling. Hey, how you doing? Da 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 da.
Yeah.
Talk. But yeah, but as far as hey, I have a couple that's straight. Like I play golf. And
Right.
stuff like. I have buddies that I've been playing with for over 30 years, and I have buddies, people that jump in and out every year whenever they have a chance. But when I say circle, meaning circle where they've been supportive and they've been around for years, right?
Right. Right.
Someone I know when the light's not on, I could trust, right? So that's basically it.
Nah, that's what's up, and I think that's what every family needs too. Is just make sure they have a strong supporting cast because
Yeah.
times can get hard, especially for the parents,
You-
and some parents.
but you gotta
You
have
know,
that support, but you don't want to have the support, and that's your circle. You know what I mean?
that's your circle.
And
Hmm.
that's it.
That's it. There you go. That's the answer I was looking for. The
Yeah.
question probably came out messed up, but that's the answer.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
So how
Yeah.
important is it? how important is patience and trust in the process?
It's very important. It's very important because I mean, when you go into something, you trust in it from the beginning, right? So you just gotta trust in it and just keep on working. I think
Oh
everything
yeah,
will work.
you'll work yourself out.
Yeah,
Everything will work out itself.
Oh yeah.
there.
Definitely.
Oh
Okay,
man, that's what's up.
definitely.
Hey Ron.
Okay, so what does success mean to you now beyond just basketball?
Success means like being able to get up and spend time with your family. You know,
Mm.
everybody's happy, healthy. You know what I mean? That's success to me. Success is I'm a really simple dude, man. It's like as long as everybody is happy, we can call each other, hey, let's go on this vacation, or everybody is just up to par, you know what I mean? And just everybody just happy and just blessed. That's
Right.
success.
No, that's all
So you
right.
know, because some people like they feel success, you gotta have $1 billion in the bank. That's not success.
Nah, that's not success.
Having a happy like I've been married to my wife, right? We going on 23 years. Like that's my second
Congrats.
marriage. That's what's important to me. That's what Alex sees every day. He never see us arguing. He never see us. He sees that, right? So that's success. Knowing that, you know what I mean, we able to just stand the test of time and just show him the way it should be. And he never had that, right? So it's like he knows what it takes to, you know, have a happy life and just be successful. Not just saying successful is just money. It's all around happiness,
All around.
love, you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean, and stuff like that. So,
No, that's what's
and
up. That's
I didn't
definitely
always have it right because I didn't always have it right, you know. But I as I got older, I got it together a little bit. I'm still work in progress, you know what I mean. So,
Hey,
so
listen, I mean, you're doing a great job because you have a very respectable son. So that's a
appreciate that.
how do you say that's you out there. When I see him, I see you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So that's a good thing. It's
and that's
definitely
the
a
baby. That's the baby too. So
good. So you got all the good qualities, huh?
appreciate it. Thank you. You too, man.
No,
Your
appreciate
boys
it, brother.
outstanding too, man. Yep,
Oh yeah, that's probably why they get along.
yep.
Yes, sir.
And that's
That's what,
all. And I always see them too around when I'm up there in Gainesville. They ain't with all that. They
All right, so we're
together.
gonna get
I
here.
see
yeah,
them. They go to the movies together. They do everything together. They rock that. And I think that's a great thing as far as you be able to have two sons like to play together on the same team. They live together, hang together, go to church together, whatever they do together. You know, it's a wonderful thing because you know us as having young kids, especially an athlete, it's a bunch of crap out there, man. You know what I mean?
it
And
is.
you got to know how to navigate through all that. You know,
You
so
do, you do, you do, and it's not an easy thing too. I mean,
it's it's not.
especially when they're miles away from home. So it's a
Yep.
blessing that they actually are at Florida because anywhere else it would have been a little tough.
Yeah.
But God's been good to us, so I'm not even going to complain about that.
That's what's up.
Sure. Yes, sir.
So
Yep.
we're gonna get here to our my closing question here. So when you look at Alex today competing at a high level, what makes you the most proud, not as an athlete, but just as a young man?
At this point, like he always been competing on a high level. So at this point, it's just as you get older and trying to build on trying to get to where he want to be. I'm just proud of him. It's nothing else to it. It's like it's just it's. I'm from day one. I'm happy that he got the school that he want to go to, and you know, and as he proceed, I'm for him. Everything that happens to him, I'm very proud of him. I tell him that every day. I'm
Oh
very
yeah.
proud of him because
That's
I
for sure.
know the sacrifice. I know the hard work. I know the sleepless nights. I know the trying to fight to where you know you feel like you know people been sleeping on you or you know what I mean like you feel like you should be like you know like say for instance like they was telling him oh you know if he'd have been ranked two more higher he could have made the McDonald's team and stuff like that when he felt like he should have been ranked higher anyway like he been slept on right so it's like
Right.
he get that but like I tell him like don't expect nothing just keep on grinding man.
Let's keep grinding. Yeah. No, that's what it's
Yeah.
about. No, and just understand from the outside looking in, we see it, you know what I mean? And I mean I'm gonna speak for me, I see it. And it's definitely a pleasure to get to know him and hopefully get to see him more on the court this season coming. You know what I mean? And I really think he has a very, very bright future. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I can remember when we went to what game was that, Ronald? I think we was at the Villages.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
At the Villages is when I first
Yeah.
seen him, and then that's when Ronald told me, my son told me like yeah, that's the kid that committed to to Florida. I said, wait, him? I like, yo, that kid is a monster. Like
Yeah.
if you know basketball, you know talent. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And that was, I mean, immediately, like it was the first couple of plays I seen what he did. And yeah, you should be a really proud dad, man, for real. You know what I'm saying? And his time is coming.
Appreciate it.
His time is
I
coming.
appreciate it. But
Yep.
you know how that goes. Some people choose size over skill. So he just got to just get it both. Well,
Oh
you
yeah.
just got to get it off.
Hey, like you said, you're a
Yeah.
businessman. We know sometimes it takes a little bit of time and
Yeah.
patience, and we're gonna be successful.
Yes,
So
sir.
yep,
I'm
that's what it's
excited for
about.
this year, man, because I'm excited, man. I see how I see how your son Isaiah, man, he's getting better and better, and yeah, he's gonna be the face of the team. So
Yeah,
I'm
we gotta
excited.
keep working.
Excited.
We have to just keep working. For sure. Yeah, man. So we not, we just happy that we get the opportunity to speak with the dad, because a lot of people want to get the kids on and talk about the kids, how was your experience and stuff like that. But again, your journey is just as important as his journey, you know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
if it wasn't for you and the missus there, he wouldn't have that opportunity,
right.
and your story could reach somebody and actually help somebody else try to understand that you have to be a part of your kid's life and their journey. You know what I'm saying? So no, we appreciate you for being on for
Yeah,
sure.
man, but I'm his biggest fan. He done took me around the country, places I had never been, so it's like, yo, I
Hey,
appreciate that. So I'm a big fan, buddy.
hey,
Let's go.
listen,
Keep on
man,
climbing.
listen. I mean, we used to when AJ used to play, he used to play for a team called True Ballers way back when, and dude, we drove to so many different states.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like a line of cars just driving through the country, bro.
yeah.
Crazy. I don't know why we just didn't fly, but like it was a great road trip though. And like you
It's
said,
bonding, right? And
yeah.
family time and all that. My biggest regret is like I done been everywhere in the country, but I think like at the end we started like, man, we got to make some time where we could just enjoy this city, enjoy this town, right? We wasn't doing that because it was all
Oh
basketball at
man.
first, right?
Yeah.
So that's my only regret. But man, I'm just like, man, dude, you done took me around the country and I loved it,
Yeah, man. That's
So
that's the beauty of it. Taking advantage of it, taking
yeah.
advantage of it. So, but it is definitely a beauty. It's definitely a beauty. Yes, sir.
Yeah, like I
Um,
said, I'm glad that y'all have me, and I appreciate y'all bringing me on podcast. And
Yeah,
like,
man. It's good.
yep,
all right. Where you at, Ronald?
Okay, definitely, Mr. Lloyd. Definitely, thank you for joining the podcast today. It's definitely great to hear your experience with Alex and this your input. And also just very thank you for all that. And definitely
no,
everybody
Hey,
no,
wait,
definitely
you
thank
got
you
the
for
nerve.
being
no problem, no problem.
Yeah.
yeah
And I see y'all up there in Gainesville, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we definitely appreciate you.
What
Like
happened?
and
I
subscribe.
missed the joke, Ronald. What you cracking up about? I missed that
Yeah,
joke.
man.
no,
What's the
I'm just
joke?
struggling. I'm
Yeah, you're
struggling
struggling
today.
today.
He's struggling.
But you know what? That's love, son. That's okay. We are
Yeah,
work in
man.
progress. That's what it's
Work in
Yes,
about.
sir.
progress.
But no, we appreciate you being on, Mr. Oliver. And like you said, we'll see you in Gainesville, and we'll love to have you on the show in a later time. Maybe with Alex next time. You know what I mean?
All right, no problem, man. Say what's up to the family for me, and I'll see y'all.
Yes,
And I
sir.
appreciate it.
Yep. Many blessings
Uh,
to you, brother.
all right, you too, man. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Have a great day.
All right, you too.
All right.
Whispers dance on the dusty air. Footsteps vanish, but I don't care. The sun sinks low like it's tired too. Shadows stretch and point to you. Feel the desert breeze, it calls my name. Soft and slow, it's never the same. Feel the desert breeze, it sets me free. No map, no guide, just let it be. desert breeze, it calls my name. Soft and slow, it's never the same. Feel the desert breeze, it sets me free. No map, no guide, just let it be. Stars like whispers, they tell no lies. Echoes of the earth, ancient and wise. A melody rises, it's raw and bare. The breeze and I, we make a pair. Feel the desert breeze, it calls